Hey everybody, Wayne here. In today's Recon, I am unboxing Skyhawk Rolling Thunder 1966, designed by Steve Dixon and Bob Best and published by Legion Wargames. This is a narrative-driven style wargame. It was just released, I want to say maybe last month, at the time this video is being made and going up. It is one that I wanted to check out as soon as I saw it. It was up for pre-order at Legion, and I'm very glad to get my hands on it. So, Steve Dixon, Bob Best. I know that Steve Dixon, he's does his specialty is these narrative-driven solitaire war games. So, probably the most popular is probably Target for today. My favorite of his, though, is Picket Duty, where you are commanding a U.S. destroyer in the Pacific Theater of World War II. But either way, multiple games like this. I heard with Skyhawk, it was more of a, or is more of a, maybe a little bit lighter. I don't think it's a light game, but a little bit lighter, smaller footprint style. So maybe get a little bit quicker playing. His games are definitely on the heavier end, generally speaking, of this style of war game. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at her. I did want to point out, so I ordered this direct from Legion. They have a couple fun little inserts. So, fun little cardboard insert here saying, hey, you're going to need a bigger bookcase. We're going to need a bigger boat. And then, nice little thank you from Jody and Randy. I know Randy, owner, runs Legion Wargames, so I can only assume his wife, Jody. Good luck with your dice rolls. Thank you. I'm going to need it, so I'm going to probably keep this handy with me, set it up nearby, because I'm going to need it. So if you can next time just put like +1 to all of your dice rolls, I'd really appreciate that. Because if you guys watch me play, I need them. All right, beautiful cover artwork here. Nice looking box. Decent heft, which I realized after ordering, it actually comes with a mounted battle board. I don't know. Legion, well, they may be actually expanding into that. I have, for instance, with Picket Duty, which comes from Legion, it is nothing in it is mounted. It's all, it's a big paper map. The counters are really nice, though. So, anyway, Skyhawk Rolling Thunder 1966. It's a game which puts the player in the cockpit of an A-4E Skyhawk of VA-72, flying missions during the last 5 months of 1966, when the Rolling Thunder air operations became very intense. Your base of operations is the USS Franklin D. Roosevelt, on duty at Yankee Station. Alright, so the game is not meant to be a detailed simulation of the Rolling Thunder campaign. It is a simple, yet engaging, quick game for the player. Beautiful, beautiful. So, solitaire game complexity is rated medium-high. It's a solo game, so high solitaire suitability. Has that mounted battle board we'll take a look at. 40-page rules manual, which sounds, oh my gosh, but I believe that includes like all the charts. Narrative-driven games, generally speaking, are going to have a lot of charts. You're going to be making some choices, and then you're also going to be rolling some dice. You're going to have sort of a good narrative game, in my opinion. Narrative, driven war game. Yes, there's going to be randomness, there's going to be dice rolling involved, but it also has some player agency, right? Some choices you can make. Do you want, in certain things, maybe we want to push, get push and attack, how many of a weapon do I use or launch, etc. A good game will have those choices. So even if it's narrative driven, you think, well, that just means you're rolling on charts, right? No, a good one is not, and hopefully this is a good one. So Skyhawk, let's open her up. Beautiful. An example of a really good one, in my opinion, obviously Picket Duty I enjoy. Also think of like some of Greg Smith's designs, Defending America, let's say, really excellent, a lot of choices, and then one that obviously maybe not as many choices or very few is something, the game that shall not be named. All right, so here it is. We have some baggies in here, and then knocked out. I don't know what those little stickers maybe they go on something, maybe go on a different counter. Couple dice, couple D10s, definitely rolling those. Oh, here we go, errata. Ooh, errata included already. Thank you. All right, what do we got here? Counter sheet number 1. The 4 500-pound snake eye bomb counter should be labeled MK82 rather than the printed MK81. Oh my god, send it back. I'm gonna ask for a refund. I can't believe it. That's a joke, by the way, guys. 2 intruder support aircraft should be labeled EA6 intruder rather than the printed F6 intruder. Okay. 5 knocked out markers that should be included in the game were inadvertently omitted. Okay, and that's where you get the nice little stickers. So at least we have these stickers to put on the 5 blank 3/4 inch counters. So all right, fantastic. Okay, all right. Oh, and then a note from Steve Dixon here saying that he doesn't check Board Game Geek or Consim World, so go to his, email him directly, it looks like, although I'm sure other people would be glad to answer questions as well. So, all right, let's see what we got in here, and we'll take a look at everything. I am very excited for this one. Very excited for this one. All right, Skyhawk, Rolling Thunder, 1966 Rulebook. Not a very sexy aircraft, I have to be honest. Never thought it was, but at the same time, it was a beast. Held tons of ordnance. Well, literally, what I think it'd say in the back of the box here, it's 4 tons. It could carry 4 tons of ordnance. So, yeah, could do some damage. All right, just looking at so it looks like this will be grayscale. It's not going to be in color, but it has very large text. Very large text. So, starting at the beginning here, looking at the table of contents. As always, film in 4K, so you guys should get it good. You can always pause it, and should get a pretty good image of what's going on here. So, different aspects of the gameplay, attacking the target, etc. Then you see campaigns, etc. So maybe there are, unless well, hey, we'll find out as we learn it, we play, and we look through, okay? Cover painting is Skyhawk Tribute by Roy Grinnell. Used by permission, Roy Grinnell Studio. Fantastic. I did want to know that, so. Here we have our counters. You can see, just describing what they are. Again, not in color. A little bit of a bummer there. Always prefer color. I understand when you're printing a 40-page rulebook in color versus black and white. It's probably a pretty big difference in cost to the publisher. So, a lot of text in here. A lot of it's gonna. When I said it was a simpler, easier one earlier, I may have misspoke. Looks like it's just gonna be a lot of text. I'm not seeing a whole lot of like pictures or anything like that, which I'm not surprised by. I know that thing like Picket Duty, for instance, is kind of this way too. It's just a lot of text. You're just gonna find, you know, the table of contents, and you're gonna find what you need to look at. We'll add on the back. Okay, sources, credits. So Steve Dixon design, Bob Best, Steve Dixon development. Okay. If I could. Is there I'm just thinking for notes and design notes here in the back. Okay, all right. Yep. Standard for them and kind of, oh, this is what's there is a separate charts and tables. So there is a rather large rule book and then separate charts and tables book. So again, just like Picket Duty, you have a rule book and then you have a separate charts and tables. I don't remember the rule book being that large in Picket Duty, but I could be mistaken. And here you have some historical, photographs, but charts and tables, not super exciting on camera. Something you're going to be using, though, to build your narrative, build your game and your campaign, right? Target listing, gazetteer. Okay. U.S. Navy target list. Port facilities, thermal power plants, supply depots, ammunition depots. Again, not super exciting when you're looking at it on camera, trust me, but it's, that's what builds the story, right? It's what builds the, well, I love this. I love this a lot, so. Okay. It's Yankee Station where Franklin D. Roosevelt is stationed, and you'll be flying your missions into northern Vietnam. All right. Look at these counters here. And what else we got? We have some playwright cards. Let's look at the playwright cards first. There's a bunch of them, so we may end up having to scoot through some of these quicker. Skyhawk mission record cards. A nice thick card stock. Single-sided. So obviously your oh, it looks like so it's the writing here, so I would and you're gonna maybe mark it off. Okay, so you're gonna want to make copies. It doesn't look like it comes with like a like a pad or anything. It looks like you're gonna have to make your own copies of this. I'm sure you can also find this or alternate versions on Board Game Geek, maybe Steve Best's website, or excuse me, Steve Dixon's website. Apologies, Steve. Skyhawk ordnance card. Just explaining Skyhawk requirements. Oh, typo. Requirements for external tanks. A-4E by the numbers. Okay, just some information, basically what you could carry where, and then maybe what you would actually put there. Division Squadron assignment card, optional rules. All right, so yeah, if you don't use the optional, which to start off with, I'm definitely just going to handle one Skyhawk. I'm not going to do a whole freaking squadron. Ward's record sheet. Obviously, I plan to fill that bad boy up. Turn sequence guide. All right, very nice. Basic rules, some optional rules. I'll have this sitting up in my little area that I have when I play. There's a record sheet. Another one you also want to make copies of, obviously, if you do the, I assume for the division optional rules. Pilot roster sheet. Again, make copies. A lot of stuff looks like you're going to have to make your own copies of things. Campaign record sheet. And that's fine. I mean, at this point, most people can access a printer in some way. Obviously, would prefer to have everything ready to go. Absolutely, but it is what it is. Campaign calendar. Making copies of about 8 different things here. All right. And a pink piece of paper, in case you're looking for one. All right, let's look at these counters, and then we'll look at the board here. So these counters, I can already tell, are just beautiful looking. Again, 4K video, so if you need to pause it at any point, get a better look at something, feel free. Kind of slowly look through for you guys. Looks like here's where the little stickers are going to go. So save those. You have your pilots here with their call signs. Not double-sided. It is actually blank on the back. But look at these aircraft again. I really like it. What a good look. What a beautiful overhead look of these. And then, well, as you can see, it looks like they're going to pop out pretty reasonably easily. Yep, they sure are. So, you guys know I like to do that, just to show it off. Yeah, going to be easy to pop out. Good size. And then, well, obviously 3/4 inch we saw already, so it's a big counter. Decent thickness. I think maybe the size of them makes it seem thicker than they are, because actually I think this is more the white core. So probably a little bit thinner counter, but because they're so big, they seem pretty sturdy. Like in the hand and stuff too, they seem pretty sturdy. So very nice there. We got one more counter sheet. Okay, so a little more. All right. And artwork by Knut Grunitz. I don't know if I pronounced your name right. I'm sure I did not, so apologies, sir. A-4E Skyhawk, and then, yeah, well, I don't punch them out, but you get the idea. These are big old 1-inch counters here. Again, just one-sided, so. Actual A-4E Skyhawk, and then commendation medals, and then different ordnance here. You'd have ammunition ordnance. All right, very nice. And these are smaller. Looks like the ordnance stuff's gonna be a little smaller counters. And then finally, let's look at this nice mounted, wrapped, ooh, fancy battle board. Beautiful. Actually, this is really nice looking. Map art, Steve Dixon, and again, Knut Grunitz. So I would say good job, gentlemen. I think this looks really nice. I do like this. Beautiful. And it looks like it's going to be pretty easy. Kind of manage and see everything when you're playing the game. So, all right, this is Skyhawk Rolling Thunder 1966, narrative-driven style, solo, solitaire war game. I cannot wait to check this one out. This is one I will definitely be playing, and I can almost guarantee we'll be covering on the channel. So, all right, guys, let me know in the comments below. Have you checked out the game yet? You're thinking of it? You're looking at it? You want to hear what I have to say about it? I don't know why you would, but hey, I'll definitely be sharing my thoughts. You guys know that. So, and if you made it this far, guys, please, I would love, not only a thumbs up, a like on the video, but to subscribe if you haven't. Only around 50% of my viewers are subscribed, so I would really appreciate a subscription. So, until next time, everybody, later.